The new Bendy mod just dropped and has an interesting backstory to it. Let's jump in with explaining a little bit about Bendy and the place where boyfriend and girlfriend are, and then we'll talk about how they got into the situation to begin with. Now this mod takes place in Joey Drew's studio, which probably looks familiar to you if you actually played through the Bendy games, but to be more specific, it's technically in a place called The Cycle, which is an alternate reality created by the Ink Machine, which is basically forever on a loop, which is why at the end of the first game, you basically reset and can play through the world again while finding some hidden messages in the game.
Now you're just trying to impress me. But I know. You have questions. You always do. The only important question is this. Who are we, Henry? I thought I knew who I was. But the success starved me. Nothing left but lines on a page. In the end, we followed two different roads of our own making. You, a lovely family. Me, a crooked empire. And my road burned. I let our creations become my life. The truth is, you were always so good at pushing, old friend. Pushing me to do the right thing. You should have pushed a little harder. Henry, come visit the old workshop. There's something I need to show you.
All right, Joey. I'm here. Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
The FNF mod does a good job of briefly explaining that Joey Drew and a man named Henry Stein were the creators of Bendy, but had a falling out leading to Henry leaving. This audio gives us a little insight into that.
Only 2 weeks into this company, and already it's gotten interesting. Joey is a man of ideas. And only ideas. When I agreed to start this whole thing with him, I thought there'd be a little more give and take. Instead, I give, and he takes. I haven't even seen Linda for days now. Still, someone has to make this happen. When in doubt, just keep drawing, Henry. On the plus side, I've got a new character I think people are gonna love.
It seemed like Henry was the only person doing work between the two of them, which led him to feeling underappreciated and causing him to actually leave the company, which started to crumble once he was gone. And something that I found interesting while playing through the first Bendy game is that it seemed like the ink creatures that appeared in the game used to be employees of Drew Studios, and they are now these mindless or borderline crazy ink creatures. I also thought that it was a cool twist that the person that you play as in the first game seems to be a ink copy of Henry that has basically been forced into this loop because it gives Drew some sense of satisfaction, meaning that since he can't actually hurt the real life Henry, at least he can make this ink duplicate suffer in some way. Now, for those of you that are wondering how boyfriend and girlfriend got into this situation, it seems like the two of them were actually coming to the studio to do some voice acting for the characters, but ended up stumbling into the alternate ink universe. And just like in the original game, they fall through the floor and find themselves deeper in this new ink nightmare, where they meet Bendy in his timid form. I say this because when playing through the game, it seems like Bendy has a Bruce Banner type of thing going on, where Bendy has his own mind and thoughts completely separate from the Ink Demon, or aka Ink Bendy. And at this point, it seems like everything is going okay. Bendy lets the pair know that he's been trapped in this world for a long time and is pretty lonely, and boyfriend and girlfriend decide to sing with him in order to keep him company and maybe take his mind off his situation. But as the mod goes on, we see that Bendy is slowly losing control and he ends up turning into the Ink Demon. And you know the situation is bad because even girlfriend seems to be worried, which doesn't usually happen to her. And for those of you that don't know, I think that the Ink Demon would definitely beat girlfriend and boyfriend if they actually got into a fight, even with her demonic powers. The Ink Demon is actually very powerful, and I think even more so in this world. And even though in the video games he's pretty easy to beat, I think that's mostly because they wanted their game to be accessible to small children and also adults alike. But in iterations like the Nightmare Bendy versus Nightmare Sans or something, we see just how dangerous he could be when he actually wants to hurt somebody. And while boyfriend and girlfriend may not understand how powerful this guy is, the Ink Demon definitely does, which is why he locks all the doors, making it harder for his actual prey to run away. Now, some fun facts about this mod is that in the song title Falling Down, we see boyfriend and girlfriend falling on what seems to be an elevator, and this is a reference to the end of chapter 3 where you are falling in an elevator with Boris. Another reference to the original game is in this cutscene where boyfriend and girlfriend find an axe. I think this reflects one of the two weapons that you can actually use in the original game, the other one being a pipe if I remember correctly. Another fun fact is that the song called Puppet Master has a character that is a Easter egg called the Meatly, which is like a reoccurring Easter egg from the Bendy series.
What the heck is this? 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 What the heck is this?
And while right now this is just a demo so we don't get a lot of characters, I'm hoping as the full game releases, we get to see characters like Sam, Boris, maybe even Alice, and of course like Beast Bendy or something like that. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video on the screen here. Subscribe today to become a member of the Orseofkorse, and we'll see you tomorrow in the video. Peace, peace.